Welcome to Fulfillment Project. I'm Andy Leonard, and my Substack and this podcast is all about experiencing what it truly means and how to live a fulfilled life. If you get something out of this podcast, share it with someone, like it, 5-star, thumb up, whatever service you're using this on, give it top rating to help us spread the message and help us, the community, find the answer to this question. I think that is on everyone's heart. If you want to dive deeper, you can join Fulfillment Project Premium, where we're doing extra stuff like study guides to help you get the most out of this personally. I know for myself, whenever I read a book or something, I think, how do I incorporate this into my life? And the whole goal of this Substack and these podcasts and long forms is for you to make connections into your own life, hopefully so it becomes more relevant. Today we're talking about the hidden value of staying put at your current job and thinking about moving to other jobs. Something that's been coming up for years for me personally and for friends, families, and colleagues. So without further ado, let's jump in. Thank you so much for being here. Is there a hidden value of staying put? Mastering your current job while embracing growth. Humans are often in the relentless pursuit of more money, more titles, more degrees. I've had countless conversations over the years with friends, families, and colleagues discussing the oft unsatisfied reach for something more in life. And naturally, I felt it myself in certain seasons. Aiming for personal fulfillment and hoping to assist others in the same goal, I've begun to formalize my thoughts on the matter by asking questions. Where does the yearning for more come from? At what point does it lead to unrest, and when could it be a call for something greater? Our culture often celebrates the next big milestone, new titles, higher salaries, or prestigious companies. It's easy to get swept up in the pursuit of better. And while personal evolution is admirable, there's a quiet strength in excelling where you are that I think is frequently undervalued. We all know the guy or girl who is the go-to person, the one who's trusted and respected, the subject matter expert. Likely you are that person. That sort of clout carries a weight, and that's hard to replicate. Starting over in a new role or at a new company means rebuilding that trust, navigating unfamiliar systems, and learning new dynamics. The grass may seem greener elsewhere, but there's value in appreciating your current role while keeping your eyes open for growth. The value of mastery. You know the feeling when you've mastered your current role. You gain a sense of freedom. You move through tasks with confidence, knowing the shortcuts, the key players, the unwritten rules. I've seen this with my own work. When I'm at my best, I can wrap up my core responsibilities efficiently, leaving room for mentoring a colleague, diving into a side project, or simply being present with my family. Efficiency in our jobs establishes the foundation that allows for the enviable work-life balance that we all seek, but few of us seem to secure. That said, if we decide to stay put and become wildly efficient at our current jobs, that shouldn't imply settling. Growth is vital, and sometimes it demands a new challenge or a different environment. The trick is to honor the foundations you've built without letting it hold you back. Mastery gives you a platform to stand on, not a box to stay in. Steve Jobs said, "The only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you haven't found it yet, keep looking. Don't settle." Jobs' words teach us about personal discernment. If you're looking for more, try to discern and define what that means. Do you want or need more money? Do you want or need a new environment? Are you itching to gain new knowledge or hone a new skill? Knowing when to refine what you have and when to seek something new can play a pivotal role in your peace. The cost of starting over and the clarity from exploring. Sometimes the concept of a new job seems like the shiny new toy in the distance, especially when our current role is breeding agitation or leaving much to be desired. But switching roles isn't always the holy grail of fulfillment. I remember a colleague who jumped to a flashy startup, an opportunity that I evaluated and turned down, only to spend months decoding office politics instead of doing the work she loved. After 2 years of grappling with the politics and constantly changing expectations, she left the firm. What once seemed like greener grass was now poisonous. Still, exploring opportunities can help you gain perspective. A few years ago, I found myself restless, wondering if I was falling behind as peers climbed corporate ladders. I polished my resume and took a few interviews, not because I was desperate to leave my current role, but I wanted to see if my assumptions held any merit. The process was eye-opening. One offer came with higher expected earnings but demanded weekly domestic and international travel, clashing with my priority of being home for dinner with my kids. Another role offered prestige and a sexy job title, but lacked the flexibility I'd grown to value. Those interviews didn't lead to a new job, but they reminded me how much I valued what I already had. Comparison, the thief of joy. That experience also taught me the harder lesson. Comparison is the thief of joy. I'd catch myself scrolling through LinkedIn, watching high school friends or former colleagues snag promotions or corner offices. Their success felt like a yardstick for my own, and I'd start itching to compete, to chase a title or salary that matched theirs. But that urge was a distraction. I knew my goals: building a stable home, being a present loving father to my boys, and a present loving husband to my wife. I wanted to gain mastery in my industry, grow in my faith, and hone a role that lets me thrive, all while remaining fit and healthy. Reminding myself of my goals and priorities helped me recognize that I needed to stay in my own lane. Recognizing that shift in focus was a wake-up call. I had to keep my eyes on my own priorities, not someone else's highlight. Approaching the job hunt with gratitude. There's nothing wrong with seeking growth. Applying for jobs can clarify your worth and reveal what's out there. If an offer doesn't come, don't let rejection sour your current role. Instead, take stock of what you have. Maybe it's a supportive team, a short commute, or the influence you've earned. A no from another company can be a chance to rediscover what's working where you are. If you do get an offer, don't treat it as a prize to claim. You're evaluating them as much as they're evaluating you. Ask yourself, does this role align with my priorities? Will it give me the time and energy for the life that I want? Does it challenge me in ways that fuel my growth? Your time and energy are your greatest assets. Choose wisely. Viktor Frankl said, "Don't aim at success. The more you aim at it and make it a target, the more you are going to miss it. For success, like happiness, cannot be pursued. It must ensue." Frankl's insight reminds us that fulfillment comes from purpose, not from chasing external markers of success. Whether you stay or go, let your choices reflect what matters most to you. As I talk about in a prior article, the integrated life, knowing who you are and what you want to be is a critical and first step in this process, choosing your path. The decision to stay or move on shouldn't be about what's shiny or what pays more. It should be about what enriches your life. Your current role might have room to grow with new projects, deeper impact, or ways to be more disciplined about carving out that cherished work-life balance. At the same time, don't ignore your ambitions or let frustration fester. Test the market. See what's out there. See if it matches your expectations. Before you decide, pause and appreciate what you've built. You might find that your current role is already a foundation for a meaningful life. If you choose to leap, do it knowing you're picking a path that aligns with your values. All right, that's all for today. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you next time.